Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Trenton Wright. We're going to be going over my Lorcana deck list that I'll be playing at the set championship this weekend. If you don't know who I am, I was an avid Yu-Gi-Oh player back in 2012. I was ranked about top 50 in the world on the online client, and I participated in the largest Yu-Gi-Oh tournament ever held and placed top 16, as well as other YCSs and all that other stuff, but you know, that's just not really important. Anyways, we're going to be going over this deck list. So right now my deck has a 71% win rate, and since my last changes, almost 90% win rate. I'm playing 3 Simbas. You know, it's just a good 2-drop solid. It's important that it has 3 health, so that way I can heal it with Rapunzel, because everything with 2 health essentially just dies immediately. Queen of Hearts, this is really just a good rush for against the green decks, and then also it allows you to shift into the other Queen of Hearts, which will allow you to get some early draw power if needed. Mother Gothel, obviously, just here for Rapunzel. Teeth and Ambitions, fantastic. A lot of people don't play a lot of actions in these Mufasa lists or any at all. I decided to go with 5 of them. You know, statistically, you're really not going to hit these guys when you kill Mufasa, but also, like, Mufasa, you know, you don't really see him that much. It's only 4 copies in your deck, so when you draw him and when he dies, you know, the chance, I haven't had any problems with it yet, so that's all I'm going to say. You know, so Doc, you know, obvious ramp. I'm not playing like Pluto or Lanterns or anything like that. Pluto, it's because it's uninkable, it's just pretty much worthless if you draw it any time except turn 1. And then, you know, the Lantern is kind of the same thing, uninkable, but it's a 2-drop. And like on turn 2, if you're going turn 1, do nothing, turn 2, play a Lantern, you're so far behind at that point, I find it's just really hard to recover. All right, Pongo, honestly, not the greatest, but it's good draw power, so you gotta play him. Rapunzel, obviously draw power. Oh, you kind of, with my list, I've kind of taken every opportunity to get removal in the deck, because I find that's what I lose to the most, is when I just can't remove anything from the board. So, 4 Prince Erics. You know, you just, when he dies, you get to banish an opposing character. Then 4 Mauis, the 4 Mufasas, which is the arguable key of the deck. 4 Queen of Hearts. I'm trying to max out on draw power, so you know we got 4 of those Queen of Hearts. 4 Lady, what is her name, man? Tremaine, Lady Tremaine. Yeah, we got 4 of these Lady Tremaines. Just more removal. You just need it in this deck. I mean, you just lose because if they start out pacing you, because you're a creature mid-range deck, you just need to keep pace. So essentially every single thing you play needs to have high value, and all of these characters that destroy something when they come into play have high value. Like if they go to destroy Mufasa and then you pull Lady Tremaine or Madame Medusa or Maleficent off of that, they just destroy their other character that was going to attack. It's just so good. All right, so yeah, same reasoning for 4 copies of Madame Medusa, 4 copies of Stitch, just maxing out the draw power. 2 copies of Be Prepared. It's just against that Ruby Sapphire deck. You just need Be Prepared, and sometimes against fucking yellow gray. What is that? Amethyst Steel. I'm so bad with these like gem names. So we play those specifically for those 2 decks, because those like are your hard matchups. And the thing about playing against Amethyst, they have the card that removes actions out of your hand, but because they're not expecting you to play any actions when you're playing this deck, they just never use it. They always ink it. So your Be Prepared typically doesn't get ripped out of your hand. Maleficent, this is strictly just to hit it off of Mufasa. You pretty much don't ever get to 9 ink. The only times you'd really be pushing to try to get to 9 ink is against those Whole New World decks. You'll keep inking, but if you're not playing against Whole New World, you typically stop around 5 or 6 ink, and then we'll play one of, what is that guy's name? Chernabog? Yeah, we're gonna play just one of him. He's just good. He's good when he costs like less than 3, right? You don't really want to play him if he costs more than 3. So just having that 1 copy is you typically won't draw him unless, you know, you've got a lot of creatures in your discard pile already. At least that's been my experience. It's been great. So just let's go ahead and get into it. We'll go ahead and play 3 games and see how it goes. Just give you guys a little test run, talk you through my strategies, and then we'll move on with our lives and go watch some other YouTube videos, or you know, maybe go play in our own tournaments or whatever we're doing for the rest of the day. It's gonna be a good time. So So this opening hand, we're playing as Steel Amethyst, so it's obviously going to be a ton of songs. We obviously don't want to ever have that in our opening hand. Be prepared, we want it, but not in this matchup. Later in the game we want it. We don't want it to open with it. Mother Gospel immediately dies against this matchup, so we're just going to go ahead and get rid of her. And then Maui's and Prince Eric's, I just don't want the uninkable, so essentially I'm just going to keep one Maui here. And we're going to mulligan everything else. Much better hand here. We don't really want the Pongos because they are just like the 3/1 take 4/3 damage. I'm so bad with names, man. But essentially that guy, just like Pongo, is going to die immediately when you play it against this matchup. So there's just, you just don't really want to play those cards. Here I'm going to go ahead and keep a lot of my low drops, so I'm going to ink away Maui, and then I'm just going to play Simba. And the reason I'm going to play Simba is just it's going to stop the queen from questing. It's kind of just, you know, in case he's trying to go for some crazy questing. So it looks like we're playing against the whole new world variant just because we see the queen, so I'm going to lean into, it's going to be like the whole new world going wide version. I don't know if they all have names. I've been out of the game for quite a bit, honestly. I haven't played in 4 or 5 months. I started back up this week and been having a lot of fun with it. It's just my work schedule got a little crazy, so I had to take a break. But we got 3 docks, so we'll just go ahead and ink one of these docks away and then just play a dock. And then next turn that'll enable us to play Mufasa. And we're obviously not going to quest with Simba because it'll die to Mr. Smee immediately. And then Mr. Smee is going to go into the Inkwell, which is great for us. And we're going to see Ariel come out. Ariel, hopefully he doesn't get a really good song off of this, but he probably will. And along came Zeus. That's a pretty good song for him to get off that. But we'll be okay. So we're going to go ahead and trade. So Mother Gothel, that's the card I was talking about earlier, dies immediately, like I said, so we're just going to ink her, and we're going to play Mufasa. Our Simba is going to hit Mr. Smee just to keep him off the board, and we don't want him to, like, you know, quest twice and then play Rapunzel on him and get 2 cards or anything like that. So we'll just get him off the board, and then that makes it so neither of these guys can trade with Doc. Well, they can, but they have to use both of them unless he shift targets out the other queen. And then Mufasa, just a sticky card. There's nothing too crazy going on. We know he's got removal in his hand, so Mufasa's just kind of a good choice to have out, whereas it's a little bit harder to remove. If I play Pongo, he's going to die immediately, so when I play Pongo, I need to make sure I have enough ink in order to also use his ability to draw a card immediately. But yeah, we're just going to kind of see how this plays out. He's going to get the Bare Necessities. I'd be surprised if he plays it. Like I said, the Bare Necessities, they're just always going to ink it in this matchup because they don't think I play any active. Even though I do play 5. But yeah. We'll probably keep inking away just because I'm pretty confident they're going to be playing a whole new world. They probably already have it in their hand. So we'll see what he's debated about questing here, I assume. Let's see, if I was him, would I quest? I would not. If I was him, the only action I'd be considering is double swinging into Doc. Playing Zeus. That's also a fairly decent option, but that's just gonna pull me out. Ooh, be prepared. Oh, there we go. I suffered for it, but it's okay. It's not a huge deal. We'll draw for next turn. He knows I have be prepared now, and we'll just go ahead and play the Pongo and take our 1 card. Tempting to play Prince Eric just to kind of work out this board, but we need to be drawing cards here, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the draw because we just need to draw into the inkable cards. Because if he doesn't, a whole new world me, which when he's ahead of cards, he's not going to. I'm gonna be struggling pretty hard to get this whole pre-prepared off. So we'll just keep going with Pongo up to 7, and then we'll be prepared this board away. So we'll hit Pongo again. See what we'll go ahead and ink away. And so I'm tempted to, knowing that I'm playing Be Prepared next turn, I'm tempted to do nothing. I will quest for 2. but we will just pass turn. So tempted to quest with Pongo, but I could just quest with him next turn, right? So there's really no reason to do it right now. As I could just do it next turn. Not a big deal. So it looks like he's got his 2 flutes out in play. Preparing to get be prepared. But honestly, I just might not even do it because he only has, well, he has a lot of cards. Oh, if he kills my creature, I'm definitely doing it. Oh, he's got no cards. He knows I have to be prepared. I'm not really sure what he's doing here. As long as I draw an inkable card, which I did. Yeah, we're going to be looking pretty okay here. And I mean, this is what I'm talking about with Simba or Mufasa. It doesn't... It's just a good card. The deck... The reason... The people call this a Mufasa deck, but Mufasa is really just... It's just a good card. It's not really... The deck isn't centered around it. It's centered around really these removal cards and the fact that, like, this is just kind of like a good stuff deck. Like every card is just good by itself. And there's like a few niche combos, but for the most part, you're just playing solid cards. So we're gonna see a queen come out. We'll just go ahead and play another Prince Eric. We'll just keep questing. I assume this queen is going to sing a whole new world, so I probably should have played Doc. Honestly, I should have definitely played Doc. There's no reason not to play him. It's just if he has a whole new world, if he's going to play... what is the card called, man? The swords. If he's going to play swords, you know, he kills both my Prince Eric's, then I would still have a Doc, which would be good. And Doc would survive. There's really just no reason not to play Doc there. So that was a misplay on my part, not just throw him out there. I'm trying to think of what situation I wouldn't want to play Doc there, and like, yeah, it could get removed, but I don't really care about him. It's just two lore is really the benefit there, that he's just got 2 lore. So we'll see what's happening. The dogs are not liking what's going on here. They want my attention, and I don't want to give it to them. I want to finish this game out. So we're going to go ahead and see her come out, but this is what I'm talking about, just the constant removal. It's going to be a big problem. So literally every single one of my cards, I have 4 cards, well, 3 now, right? Because I just used 1, but essentially every single card in my hand is a removal. And that is definitely a problem, and yeah, he's just going to concede. So we'll go into the second game here, and we will find a worthy opponent. It looks like it's going to be a mirror match. I don't think I've ever lost to a mirror match, but this might be the first time. This might be the first time. Maybe, you know, maybe he shows me up, shows me what it's all about. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Maleficent. Be prepared, Lady Tremaine. I just kind of want the early game cards. I want the Mother Gospel because I want to draw into Rapunzel, honestly. Pongo is tempting to get rid of, but right now I don't have any draw cards, so Pongo might be my saving grace, so I'm going to go ahead and keep him. So it looks like I won't need Pongo because I got the Rapunzel. There's no way for him to really kill Mother Gospel on before turn 4, so I should be okay to just play it turn 2. We're going to go get rid of Queen of Hearts. I got 2 of them. There's no reason not to get rid of them. But honestly, I'm going to get rid of the second one too, because I don't foresee myself playing it unless he plays something that I really need to deal with right now. Like maybe if he quests with Mother Gothel, that would be like the reason I would want to play it. So, okay, so it looks like he's gonna be playing Evasive. With this card, enters the play Exerted. Okay, yeah, so we'll definitely just go ahead and get rid of the Queen of Hearts. There's no reason to be worried about Sleepy. I mean, it's good. He's going to be getting 2 lore, but I mean, there's nothing for me to really do about it. We'll be playing Doc and then Rapunzel. We'll go Doc into Rapunzel. Honestly, we might just play Pongo because there's really no reason to ramp with Doc. Just because I'm playing Rapunzel turn 4, essentially, no matter what, I think. I need those draw cards. I think I'm playing Maui turn 4 might be also... That might be a reasonable consideration. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to think about playing Maui turn 4. Because this Rapunzel will be here. Rapunzel will be here turn 5. I don't have to do it on turn 4. What I can do is I could play Doc here. Then if he Queens of Hearts, quest with that, I could swing with... I can't swing with Doc. But I can quest here, play Mufasa and kill something for free, essentially. I get advantage that way. And then I could go ahead and draw my cards later on. Yeah, because we definitely need to slow down this questing that's happening. Well, come to think of it, Rapunzel's actually the better play here. And the reason for it is just... We're actually gonna get rid of Mufasa just because we need the ability to apply pressure. So we get to clear his board with this, whereas if we play Maui, we don't get to clear his board, so we'll just definitely be hitting like this. So we'll take Doc to take out Queen of Hearts, and then Mother Gothel to take out Sleepy. And this is what I'm kind of talking about Pongo. He's really just not good unless you're drawing cards, because if this was Pongo, if I had decided to play Pongo instead of Doc there, then I would have lost Pongo in that trade. Whereas with Doc, he's got 3 health, he can actually withstand that attack. So we'll be putting Mother Gothel into our Inkwell here, and then we've got Queen of Hearts to kind of secure the game with my draw power. And we'll be working on getting actually need to start questing pretty quickly here. So, I mean, we're definitely going to kill the Doc, right? There's no question in my mind there. We'll quest away with these guys, and then that will allow us to play these two. And the reason we'll play the Mother Gothel here is just in case we top deck into a Rapunzel, we'll be able to play that. But if he swings Mother Gothel into Doc and doesn't have a second Rapunzel to heal her back up, we get to swing with Prince Eric and kill Mother Gothel and Rapunzel. So it's not really a big deal to quest away with Doc here. I mean, he just has to have the good cards, and hopefully he doesn't. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correct, he already inked 1 Rapunzel. That's the second Rapunzel. Has he drawn 3 already? I don't think so. I'm gonna take my chances and say he has not. However, the Maui, pretty good. Pretty good choice instead. Showed me that my decision making is not the best, but it'll be okay. He decided to hit... I suppose he can't kill Rapunzel if he doesn't do it that way. But now... I get to clear his board. I have to play Maui here. We'll go ahead and ink Queen of Hearts. I have to play Maui here so that way I can clear his board, and you know I'm starting to fall behind in ink, so I have to clear his board here. So we'll go ahead and just do that. So that way it doesn't get out of hand, but he's got 3 cards left. I still got my Chernabog. And so I imagine maybe some sort of removal comes out here. And then I get to play Chernabog. And if no removal comes out, I'll be playing probably Prince Eric. Probably gonna stop inking at this point, just because I don't, unless I draw like a Maleficent or something. I just don't see the need. That's pretty freaking good. So we'll go ahead and heal up Mother Gothel. And as I said, I wasn't going to ink anymore. It seems that I might be inking. We're definitely going to sing this, dealing 2 damage to Maui to kill this Pongo. So there's no more drawing cards here. I'm gonna go ahead and exit signal so I don't DOS myself, even though I've probably already done it like 100 times. And yeah, we don't need multiple copies of Queen of Hearts, so we'll go ahead and ink that away. And that'll be fine. The Minnie Mouse is posing a threat, but I mean, unless he's going to be playing a Be Prepared, I should be able to outpace a Minnie Mouse, because next turn I'll be putting 4 more lore on board. And so really shouldn't pose too much of a threat, and I might even he's got 4 there. Definitely gonna want to draw some cards. Put that up, and then ink away Pongo. I don't need to draw more cards than I already have. I actually should have drawn. And my kid is in the room. All right, so looks like here he's got a guaranteed 2 more lore. We're definitely going to be hitting here, right? We have to. The reason for that is because whatever he gets out here, we'll use Prince Eric to hit into, killing the other. We will go ahead and get rid of the Maui. Don't need him anymore. Prince Eric will hit into here, which will kill his Minnie Mouse. Then Mother Gothel will go ahead and finish off that character for us. We will quest for 4. We will take out Minnie Mouse with our removal. And we will go ahead and ink away a Stitch. So now he's in World of Hurt. And we've got 6 coming in, so 2 turns we win as long as he can't put enough on board to stop us. Which, I mean, he's only getting 1 lore this turn and then possibly, what, 3 next turn? Yep, it seems like, unless something crazy happens, seems like I've got it. So, you know, I'll force him to sacrifice one of these guys. Just thinking really hard about how he's going to win this game, when it's actually he's trying to run the numbers. Is there any way he can't lose? I think. And then, I mean, there might be some cards in his deck that could cause him to not lose. Like, he could rip a Be Prepared. And then, like a Maleficent after that. No, he doesn't have enough ink to play Maleficent. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna swing into that. Get rid of the Pongo. And then we'll force him to sacrifice a card, which will be, you know, probably the Mother Gothel if I was him. But then I'll quest for 5 and play my Chernobog, and that will essentially seal his fate. So good luck drawing Be Prepared to give you another turn. That's, I think, the only out at this point. And he most likely doesn't even play it. And here we go. We'll just quest with Chernobog, and we'll take that victory. Now we'll go into the final game that we're gonna play in this YouTube video. The final one. Yeah. So I mean, I've been liking this deck. I think it's pretty solid. Here we go. Blue, Sapphire, Ruby. This is the matchup, right, to beat. I think this is probably Sapphire Ruby is probably the best deck in the game. So this is the first one to beat. Obviously, we don't want all these uninkable cards, and then also they're all relatively high costs. So we're looking for ramp cards against this, so that way we can hopefully keep up. And really, we're just gonna keep Mufasa. This is Mufasa's sticky card, and we like the sticky card. Okay, so we got the Doc, which is good. We got the Rapunzel, also good. We're gonna get rid of Maui here and pass the turn away. So this Doc will give us turn 4 Mufasa, which will be fairly good. We just need to draw into good ink targets, because we just don't want don't really want to have to ink this Stitch. And that's just the nature of the beast. I'm tempted to play Pongo turn 3 like I always am, but it would just, it's the tempo that you would lose from playing that turn 3 would be a massive, massive problem. So you can't really make that decision of playing Pongo turn 3, because if you are trying to use his effect turn 4, you're just so far behind at that point. And then if you don't use his effect turn 4, then you've played 3 for a 3/2, which is just horrible. We're more than happy with both of these guys trading into my dock, so we're going to go ahead and allow that to be okay. We're going to go ahead and play our Mufasa. We're inking the... what did I even ink there? I don't even remember. Holy moly! Oh, that's how you know you're getting old. You can't even remember what you did 5 seconds ago. It was just so autopilot in my mind. But essentially, we're not inking Stitch here because I think there's a good chance that we get that draw. It's crazy that he just left that at 2. That was a massive mistake for him because he's letting me draw 2 more cards. And then we'll go ahead and ink our Simba. There's an argument there to not ink Simba, and you're like, you could have played him instead, but I'd much rather keep my Rapunzel on heal for 2 next turn if he doesn't kill my Mufasa. And draw 2 more cards. Now I'm set up with a lot of removal. It looks like we're not going to need Pongo because we're drawing more cards already. I mean, at this point, he's essentially has to play Be Prepared, and he hasn't really hit a lot of ramp. So I don't foresee him getting to Be Prepared before it's too late. And honestly, it seems like he had a bad hand, or he's just playing a bad variant of this deck, because there's not a lot of ramping going on. He actually didn't ramp a single time. And yeah, he's going to choose to take out the dock here. So I'm tempted here to swing Mufasa into Maui, right? That's obviously a good play. But I'm actually just going to apply pressure because there's no reason to get rid of the 2 lore. I just go up to 14 and remove his Maui with Lady Tremaine, and immediately now he's lost the game next turn if he doesn't clear this board, and the chances of him clearing this board right now slim to none. I didn't ink, just honestly probably just a mistake, but there you go, already won. It seems like he got a bad hand. Anyway, so that's the deck. Now Silver 1, like I said, just started. Got a that's not up to date, but you know, I'm having like a 70 to 80% win rate right now with this deck. It seems pretty strong. We're playing against a lot of the good decks. It's not really having a problem beating them, and hopefully I'll be able to do well at this weekend's tournament. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great day. Subscribe if you want to see more Lorcana videos like this. All right, see you guys later.